morning. It's Market Day Report. Welcome to a Thursday. Okay, we at 7:30 picked up our weekly export sales numbers from USDA. We'll have those numbers as we look at the market. By the way, the market's open. Let's go to corn, and it's trading right now on the lower side. December at 4.30 3/4. It's down a penny 3/4, and the deferreds anywhere from a quarter cent to a penny 3/4 lower. Mexico, Colombia, and Japan, the top three destinations for both sales and shipments. Sales at 1.6, nearly 1.7 million metric tons, 1.2, pretty close to that on the actual shipments. Now for soybeans, China taking nearly half of the sales. Bangladesh was number 2, but pretty far down the list of the 1.4 million metric tons in sales. Shipments, China, Netherlands taking over 724,000 metric tons. 13-cent loss on November beans, 1043.5. Now wheat really took off yesterday, but giving back some of the gains. December Chicago, penny lower, 614.25, penny and a quarter lower on new crop July at 653.5. For hard red, we're a half penny higher on the front month at 619.75. But notice that July, the new crop 648.25. It's down a penny and 3/4. And then in Minneapolis, spring wheat penny higher on the front month D's at 650. For wheat, noticeably higher on the sales. Japan, Egypt, and Thailand in on that, while the shipments down 25% week over week, 16% lower off of the 4-week average. Philippines, South Korea, and Chile in on that. What about cotton? As far as running bells, 95,000 sold. Vietnam, Pakistan, and Guatemala. December cotton futures down 95 points at 72.45. Tommy Grisafi's with Advanced Trading. And Tommy, I've thrown out some numbers there, but what are you watching?
Just the overall price action. I got to tell you, we got to flip it to the outsides. Last I looked, crude oil was up like $1.75, and the outside risk of, they say Israel struck a site that had a lot of Russian military stuff in it. So things are really, really heating up. I'm in the middle of Iowa here. It feels like America here, but there's not peace in the world. And when we talk about things heating up in the Middle East, we got to talk about fertilizer. Fertilizer prices are really starting to move, and I give credit to our friend Josh over at FC Stone. I didn't figure that out on my own. He put out some great charts and graphics, as you know. And so when you talk about fertilizer, you got to talk about the cost production. And yeah, corn's had a nice move, beans have had a nice move, wheat's had a nice move, but the cost of production as we go into 2025, Tony, is actually going up. All these folks who own a bunch of land that's worth a lot, they want a lot of money for it, and the Cash-Rent-Cowboy is going to have to pay up. So I love this rally we had. I am surprised corn and beans are holding up as well as they are with the amount of crop that's out there. I feel like this is an absolute gift, and I wouldn't be surprised to see us sell off here into today being what is today? Thursday. I lose track sometimes, my friend. You get older like me, you lose track. Thursday and Friday, I look to see selling pressure Friday as people take risk off the table, and farmers are going to combine a lot. When I was driving through Iowa last night and northern Illinois, it was actually like dirty on the roads from the amount of soybeans being harvested. An absolute beautiful sunset. I wish the American farmers safety and big bushels. Back to you, my friend.
Absolutely. Tommy, hang on. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and we'll talk livestock futures. Market Day Report continues after this. It's Market Day Report. Livestock markets are open and trading. Live cattle right now, though, in the red. October, $187 a hundredweight. It is right in the middle of the trading range, but as you can see, opened lower, down 37 right now. December, most active at 187.35. It's down 35. What about the feeders? We're 22 lower, front month 249.50, but the November 248.50 is down a nickel. By the way, cattle feeders across Texas gathering next week for their Texas Cattle Feeders annual meeting, and I believe that's in San Antonio, so a chance for them to get together and discuss what the future of feeders looks like. Speaking of the future, what do futures look like on hogs? December 75.52, it's down $1.22, even $1.10 lower on February. Let's bring back in Tommy Grisafi, Advanced Trading. Okay, what's on your mind?
If you are a hedger of live cattle and feeder cattle, you are probably making margin calls. The last few days, just an absolute impressive rally. There's a lot more cattle than there are futures and options, but take a look at LRP at these levels. Take a look at being a hedger. If you're not comfortable being a hedger, congratulations. That's why they call you all cowboys. And as far as hogs go, not my favorite commodity to trade, but boy, do I love bacon, Tony. So we'll see how exports go. I am shocked that the meat market's rallying this much with the nervousness that should be around these port strikes. I'm sure you and your team are going to be talking about it. I'll flip it back and ask you, you were at the Dairy Expo. How will that affect exports of like powdered milk and things like that? Back to you, my friend.
Absolutely. Great question there, Tommy, and we'll see you soon. At World Dairy Expo, there is concern right now about this port shutdown.